So apparently, guys, we need to prepare for a recession. That'll be here in a few months. Trump said that we are headed that direction. By the way, he was handed the best economy we've had since Obama. This economy was better than Obama's economy. And it took him 2 months to destroy it. And he has laid off 62,000 federal workers. How do you think that's going to affect the unemployment rate? Yep. With more to come. And he told Americans, you need to understand that you're going to feel a little pain. By the way, he will feel no pain. I'm going to tell you why he will feel no pain. Not because he's rich, because I guarantee you he's not using his own money. He's using the people's money. We're his bank. We're going to pay for his house. You know what I mean? We're going to pay for him to eat food. We're going to pay his utility bill. We're going to make sure his car has gas. We're going to make sure he gets a paycheck every month. Yeah, we are. We fully 100% are going to support him, even though we're struggling. I just want y'all to know that. Now I want you to look for those people in red states whose Social Security right now is threatening to be cut, right? Because you're going to pay his mortgage. You're going to make sure he has food. You're going to make sure his car has gas. You're going to make sure he gets his paycheck. While you may not even get your Social Security in 3 months. While you may have no health care. While you may have no food stamps. I just thought I'd throw that in for all of you MAGAs in those red states. Oh, and by the way, all of you guys were talking about how Trump went to the Super Bowl. That Super Bowl cost you $20 million. $20 million. That's how much it cost for him to go to the Super Bowl. So you ask me, was that worth it, given the fact that we're headed into a recession? Oh, and by the way, you also pay for him to fly home to Mar-a-Lago every weekend. So that's another $20 million every weekend. Every fucking weekend.
I hate to predict things like that. There is a period of transition because what we're doing is very big. We're bringing wealth back to America. That's a big thing. And there are always periods of, it takes a little time. It takes a little time.
How real are the concerns of a recession, and what do you make of the fact that the president of the United States wouldn't categorically rule one out?
Well, I'm confused because isn't this the same person, Donald Trump, who spent so much time in my state 6 months ago saying he was going to fix it and fix it, quote, on day one? And now all of a sudden he's not guaranteeing that there won't be a recession. The reality is, as the data from the Atlanta Fed recently showed, the Trump slump has already begun. And it is not a natural slowdown in the business cycle. It is entirely because of Trump's destructive policies. The tariffs that he is putting on place for goods that come from Canada, Mexico, and China, they are incredibly inflationary. The job losses that we're seeing in the federal government are having a real effect, including on real estate values in certain areas. The reality is the Trump slump has begun.
We're in a world of hurt. No matter what Donald Trump tells you, because he's nervous, he's scared, he's doing these interviews because he's trying to change the narrative, such negative news. We're in a recession. We are in a dictatorship, but we're in a recession. All of these tariffs, the putting them out there, enacting them, and then pulling back, it's not helping the market at all. The stock market is tanking. He knows it. That's his big indicator of the health of the economy, is through the stock market. Now he's telling Maria Bartiromo, we shouldn't look at the stock market. We should have a longer outlook than a quarter. Really? That's not what he said before. And he's pulling back tariffs in certain areas where he knows it will affect the people who voted for him, like farmers and the auto industry and blue collar workers. They're getting hip to it, and he's nervous about it. This is where you put the pressure on Donald Trump. This is where the other side, Democrats or the folks who are not Trump supporters, this is what they should be doing. They should be pointing this out endlessly, because this is the weak spot that I believe that they can take back and gain some control. Because it is, as James Carville says, the economy, stupid. So now that the economy is in trouble, and as I am recording this, the Dow is down and dropping, perhaps it's time for people to wake up and understand that Donald Trump doesn't know what he's doing with the economy. He doesn't know. And all you have to do is look at the facts and the research. He says we're the best economies. Doesn't. GDP at the bottom, worst. So people, wake up. Wake up as it relates to Donald Trump and his knowledge. Supposedly he knows better than anyone, better than the economists, better than the generals. Well, he doesn't. And it's showing. And the wheels are coming off. Wake up.
You know, it was not even 2 weeks ago, this party, this administration was talking to y'all about transparency. That was everybody's favorite word, right? Transparency. Nobody has been more transparent with us than this administration. Nobody has shared more information with us than this administration. But since then, they have voted on legislation that you did not want them to vote on. They have fired people from the federal government that you did not want them to fire. They're saying they will not come out and do town halls anymore to talk to you, their constituents. And now the president is sharing articles written by Charlie Kirk saying, shut up about egg prices. On top of that, Howard Lutnick, the Commerce Secretary, is trying to tell everybody there won't be a recession, even though the Dow Jones, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, the NASDAQ, every other financial entity in the world has said explicitly a recession is coming. So how long are you guys going to keep blaming this on Joe Biden? I've asked this question before, but I'm really curious. How long is the Joe Biden excuse going to work for you? Because that's their number one excuse. The first time somebody asks them a question about something going wrong, they say it was Joe Biden's fault. How long is that going to work? Is that going to work all the way through 2026? Is it going to work all the way to 2028? Are you going to really sit back for 4 years and let them keep telling you that everything is Joe Biden's fault? Or let me guess, you guys are going to switch up and you're going to start saying, what would Kamala have done better? What would Kamala have done better? Well, she would not have done this. It's looking real bad for y'all. Seriously. I guess you just won't be eating eggs anymore. And if that's really what you voted for, all power to you.